Greetings to all of you out there, change agents, enlightened beings, partisans at the barricades, however you think of yourselves. Welcome back to the Zero Hour. It's great to have you. And, you know, after the president gave his State of the Union speech this week, there was an official Republican response from Joni Ernst, a shockingly animatronic response, I would say. There was all sorts of outrage expressed on the right. We could talk about that more if you like. But there was also a response from Representative Paul Ryan, 2012's vice presidential candidate, supposedly the right's and the Republican Party's go-to guy on substantive issues, although he's not all that substantive. Let's see what Representative Ryan, a big fan of Ayn Rand and that crazy world, let's see what Representative Ryan had to say about the president's State of the Union speech. Let's hear the audio.
We're going to do everything we can to try and create jobs, to get people back to work, to create more of an opportunity economy. Opportunity for everybody, favoritism for none. We're going to go after corporate welfare. We're going to go after cronyism. We're going to try and respect the taxpayer by balancing the budget. Some of these bills he will maybe sign. A lot of them he probably won't. But nevertheless, people deserve a choice and they want to see options. We as Republicans are going to show people who we are, what we believe in, and how we want to get this country forward. And we think.
Okay, so the first half of what Representative Ryan said, all that stuff, you can discount it. And as for the second half where he said people deserve a choice, we're going to show them what we stand for. People deserve options, meaning presumably options between two political points of view. They deserve that, and we're going to show them what we as Republicans stand for. You know, I have to say that, I actually have to say that I agree with Representative Ryan. Those are words that I never thought would escape my lips. But I have to say that Representative Paul Ryan is absolutely right about this. The Republicans should absolutely send bills to the president that they know he will veto. Bills that have no chance of becoming law. Why? Because people deserve to know what one of their two major political parties stands for, and that is the way to do it. Conversely, just as the president made proposals in the State of the Union speech that he knows will not become law in this Congress, Democrats and others should propose ideas that are bold, that are exciting, that are different, that really represent a change, not only from the Republican point of view, but from the bipartisan consensus of the past. The fact is that people, and voters in particular, do deserve a choice. Democracy depends on it. People do deserve a choice between two very different visions of the nation's future. The public doesn't agree with the Republicans on most economic issues, so a series of bills from Representative Paul Ryan and his colleagues in the House could help voters see those differences more clearly. But for their part, the left, a group which includes some Democrats and many people outside the Democratic Party and its institutions, the left must provide bolder and stronger alternatives to the bipartisan, quote unquote, bipartisan consensus, which has led this country further and further to the right over recent decades and has accelerated wealth inequality in the process. Look, let's face facts. The fact is that the Democratic Party's insider establishment, corporate funded, corporate backed, generating ideas through think tanks that are funded by corporations and billionaires, has not adequately represented the people and their needs in this matter. They've been better than the Republicans, but better than the Republicans has given us increasing wealth inequality, increasing poverty, and deregulation that has put the economy at risk. We need better. We need more. So for my part, I will encourage Representative Paul Ryan and his colleagues to do precisely what the representative promised to do. I think they should send bill after bill after bill to the president's desk for his signature or veto. The president will then veto them. We will know in that process what the president of the United States opposes. For the left's part, they should be pressuring the president and Democrats on the Hill to offer a vision of what they are for. That has been the part that has been missing for too long. Now, the president began that process this week with the State of the Union. Good for him, but his ideas were not bold enough. They were not brave enough. And we can talk about that more also, if you like, because we here at the Zero Hour take our cues from you to a certain extent. We want to address the issues that are on your minds as well. But listen, I think I will close with this. the president and his party will only lead to the extent that that is demanded of them. It will only be demanded of them by a strong, powerful, nonpartisan, independent left movement determined to make real change in this country. Without real change, we will have continuing inequality and an economy that is at risk for further disasters. We don't want that. We don't need that. And that's why we need all of you. I'm Richard RJ Eskow for the Zero Hour.